Imagine this. It's May 2023 and you're casually browsing the internet again, whether it be YouTube, Instagram, or even Twitter. It just seems like you can't get away from it. No matter how hard you try, a small little yellow puppet and the same two words are just everywhere on the internet. And you decide to see what the hype is about. So you click a link. This link is for a little website about a fictional lost children's show from the late 60s to early 70s. And it seems like nothing out of the ordinary. But little did you know you're actually about to go down the internet's most recent rabbit hole for an unfinished project called Welcome Home. Hello everyone, my name is Dust Bunny, and today I'll be your Huntley guide to today's, and this channel's first video topic, Welcome Home. As you may have guessed, I have fallen head over heels in love with this project. Now, if you somehow survived the original Welcome Home sweep, let me give an explanation to exactly so far of what we have in the story. Before that, I need to explain something really quickly. As I'm recording this, the Welcome Home website is still currently down and will hopefully be back up by late July, so if you're watching this after the website is back up, or this video is released after the website is back up, some information may have changed, or more important information has been released. And of course, since I actually don't have access to the website right now, this video was created using the efforts of different websites, videos, Tumblr's accounts, and my own memory to make it. But I can promise you as soon as the website is back up, I'll be ready there to talk about more information that has actually been released. But right now we're just going to talk about what we currently have. So now we can actually get to the main point of the video. Welcome Home is a children's TV show that aired between 1969 and 1974, created by the company Playfellow Workshop. The TV show followed the town of Home and the neighbors throughout the day, and it was often broken up between things like story time and animated breaks. But another thing was also segments featuring these neighbors. The episodes will follow the main character, Wally, around the town mostly. He was often accompanied by his neighbors. The TV show, when it aired, was by all accounts a massive success, with its own books, records, mini cutouts, and Valentine's Day cards. There was even a build-your-own Barnaby set. And most importantly, there was a newspaper article talking about it and how the puppets were here to stay. Until, of course, 1974, when the show suddenly aired its last episode, and was pretty much forgotten about, as if the show never existed. All clips of the show were just gone. That was until the Welcome Home restoration team made the Welcome Home website after discovering information in colorful, bright envelopes. Opening these revealed information, documents, artwork created by Playfellow that were covered in layers of ink and grime, and also water damage, which they thankfully restored. And now we can actually see what these artwork pieces look like ourselves. Now that you have some background information on what is going on in the story, we need to talk about the characters, because what's a town without people in it? The town of Home had 8 neighbors, the star of the entire thing being Wally Darling, a small little yellow puppet with a giant blue pompadour. Following him was Barnaby Beagle, Julie Joyful, Sally Starlet, Frank Frankly, Eddie Deer, Howdy Pillar, and Parby Partridge. And actually, Wally's actually my absolute favorite. You kind of just have to look at the silly little goofy guy for a second. Okay. Each neighbor had a house or a building following either their personality, character design, interest, job, or just what animal they were. The layout of this town fit this colorful interior world with the bright hues and a simple layout. You could honestly see which character corresponded to what building really quickly, though some were a little harder than others. All the houses were in this perfect horseshoe shape, except for one house, Wally's house. Wally's was in the center of town, being smack in the middle, showing his importance to the show, but also his houses as well. But I guess I should call it Home, because that's actually the name of it. Home, the name of Wally's house, was actually alive. Home could speak, but not in the way others did. Home spoke to things like door squeaks and creaking. Another thing is Home actually had eyes. Home was just as alive as the others, despite having no arms or legs, and was the only house in the entire neighborhood that had eyes or some form of sentience, and was considered the unofficial 9th neighbor of the town, along with you being the 10th.
But Bunny, you said this was a horror project. Where's the horror?
Okay, relax, I'm getting to it, because this is probably going to be the section that will have the most information changed in a very short amount of time. So take everything I say with a grain of salt, because again, the updates are coming very soon, and I promise I'll talk about the updates in a different video, but for now, let's actually see what's going on under this colorful world. In the neighborhood of Home, everything is the same, nothing but perfect. In the neighborhood, you can click homes and see who lives where and what this character was like in the show, as well as their background stories. The happiest little town where everything was perfect and cheery. Except for one thing. When you click in the neighborhood, there's this very out of place black and goo just leaking under home. Like something in this house is very wrong and it's seeping out and spreading to the rest of the town. You could actually click this black tar. Clicking the tar, you are taken to a new page called So Below, the other half of Baphomet's As Above, So Below phrase. In this page, it shows Wally, what looks like he there to a lot of people, begging or worshipping Home, while Home's eyes are jittering. This isn't the only secret link in the website either. There's several ones, and even hidden ones. Around the website, there's several hidden messages and images, PNG files, secret messages, and so far, there's 2 in the neighborhood. The black tar seeping under Home, and when you click the UR in the text, it slowly reads out, Wally is your best friend. I forgot to mention this as well, but Wally is sentient, and he's been watching you. You can actually see it when you first open the page. After the nice welcome home neighbor, you are greeted with Wally sitting on a rock, and eyes are everywhere, everywhere. Eyes and eye contact plays a huge importance to Wally. The biggest occurrence of Wally's sentience is actually in the guest book. Using doodles and opening them up in a different tab, you can read the name of the PNGs, all responding to some sort of question or comment. One asking why he stares so much. He only responds, "So you know I'm looking at you, neighbor." Which, is really scary considering the amount of eye contacts that are actually in the website. And throughout the website, there's hidden letters, and each of these are out of place. Combining them in specific orders can actually reveal other pages of the website. One using the letters in order of E, O, V, W, X, Y reveals a video of an old TV with nothing but static for the most part. After a while, you can just barely make a pair of eyes staring back at you. Another appears to be for a script for an episode called Help, which talks about the start of the episode where Wally isn't exactly sure what he wants to paint for the day. There are several, but 2 that stand out on their own being Duet and the Try Again page. Duet is an MP4 file of Wally singing Beautiful Dreamer with a very distinct lack of another person. Instead, an echo fills that spot, but there are actually 2 people in this audio. Remember how I said Home speaks through door creaks? This shows exactly that. When Wally asked if Home liked the song, Home responds to what sounds like someone stepping on the wooden floor, and it ends with Wally saying, "That's good, I think." Rearranging the letters to V, O, Y, W, E, X, we get to the Wander Too Far page. But it's not like the other ones. Normally, when you get to an actual URL that doesn't exist, it shows Home saying you wandered too far from home, with Home being next to the text and suggesting that you should head back. In this page, the text is a bit off. Instead of home, it's replaced by a phone. And unlike the other pages suggesting you should head back, this one is just telling you. When the link of home saying return to home and stay, stay, stay. By clicking the phone, you get sent to a page with nothing but a black background and text being typed out, saying, "Hello." Wally will jump out and with his eyes vigorously shaking. And he's speaking to you. He's still texting. "You're there. I can see you. Do you see me? Then stay quiet." Like he's either threatening you or helping you. It honestly depends on how you choose to see Wally, which we can get into another day. Trust me, it's a very mixed response depending on who you asked. At the last hidden page, it's actually the less complicated. It's a simple page where eyes of other characters flash onto home for a second before landing on Wally's. And that's really it. That's the entire page. It's just a very interesting page, but nothing on it besides that, so far. I know most of this is a very light summary about the website, but I'm also trying to save everything for the update so it can be one clean video going from top to bottom about this little project. Let's be honest, we've all seen the child thing comes alive and is scary or evil so many times. But why is Welcome Home different? Well, it's because of the design of the main antagonist. Even though it does share similar traits like something that isn't supposed to be alive is alive, but not everyone is actually where they're alive. As far as we know, only one person in this entire thing so far is sentient, and it also plays onto something a lot of people already found super unsettling: puppets. All the neighbors in Welcome Home are puppets and have a very childlike and very cutesy appearance, which draws people in. Unlike other versions of this media, the characters never have sharp teeth or razor claws, or 2 versions, one being the good and the super scary bad. This isn't the case with Wally, thankfully. Wally, who appears to be the villain of the story, has actually a round face, bright blue hair, and no teeth, but there's still something unsettling and creepy about his appearance. He has no eyebrows, and he is seen in most of the art staring at you, not blinking, just staring, which gives you this super unsettling feeling, which I absolutely adore. I love when cute things are scary, and I think Clown walked a beautiful line that's super thin perfectly here. Wally's design makes him the perfect TV show's main character, but also a great villain. It's the reason I fell in love with Wally as a character. character, and also the others along the way. But for me, when I get scared, I jump at most. But with Wally, it doesn't have that effect. Because it's not scary, it's uncomfortable, it's unsettling. The feeling of being watched is a fear I think we've all had every once in a while. Everything about his character is cute, but also something you would avoid as much as you possibly could. Even the echo in his singing causes this unsettling feeling. Even the non-important stuff adds to the cute factor of him, like Wally not knowing what to do in hugs. And Wally isn't the only cute little puppet running around. Julie, Barnaby, Frank, Eddie, Poppy, Howdy are all absolutely adorable, and I love them all so much, and I love them even more while researching this. You can tell these characters are made with the most loving care someone can put into them. Not just that, but the vast amounts of amazing media forms here. Like, look at all the love and care Clown puts into this series. It's honestly just amazing. You could tell Clown puts their entire all into this project, and it shows in every single piece. And it's just the beating heart of the Welcome Home project for me. I honestly haven't seen people this excited for a project in a hot second, which makes me even more excited to see how the story is going to progress, and how the story is going to be even more fleshed out as time goes on. To say I'm excited for what's about to be in the new update is an absolute understatement. This is a Welcome Home project, and this project has got me under their thumb, and I intend to stay there until the story is finished. And I'll be more than happy to dedicate even more time talking about one of my favorite topics at the moment. But for now, I want to discuss a few other things before we go. Number 1, updates. The website update is something I've been on the edge of my seat for since I heard about it. But if you just want casual updates or just some nice little information about the characters that isn't really important to the story, please take a look at Clone's Twitter and Tumblr. You can actually also support them in Ko-Fi. I couldn't recommend looking at the website when it's back up more on your own. Clone's social media and Ko-Fi and any more links all will be at the top of the description. Please consider if you haven't seen this stuff before, it's worth it. And 2, my own social media. If you want to know what I'm doing or any updates on my own videos, the link will be down below. There you can see updates for upcoming videos or stream ideas. But it's mostly just going to be me goofing on Twitter, I'm not even gonna lie. Anyways, that's all I really have to say for today. I can't wait to see what Clown's gonna do next, and I'm also just dying to know what the website's gonna look like back up soon. Until next time, try not to stumble into any more haunted houses, and I'll see you later. It's a post-editing bunny here. I really hope you guys enjoyed that. I enjoyed making it. This is the first time I've ever actually made a project or a video that was super long. I've always done short videos, so I really hope it came out well. If you did like it, you could subscribe, or tell your friends about this. Get more people into Welcome Home as much as I'm into it. Yeah, I'm gonna just sit here for a second. Alright, bye.